Hello everyone and welcome back to another Gotham City Chronicles Battle Report. Sora's cameo. You're my co-pilot. She doesn't care. Anyway, today we're doing the mission Plant Invasion, which is a long-awaited Birds of Prey themed mission. Apologies for the delay, but it was down to the grey seer shortage and it being required for my painting. But we are here, we're set up. It's on one of the two maps we haven't seen. This is, I think it's referred to as the Crime Alley map. It doesn't really look like Crime Alley to me, it just looks like a warehouse. Although it has got a nightclub, but either way, Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn are up to no good, so the Birds of Prey have been called in to stop them. Poison Ivy's down there chilling out. Harley Quinn's up there just having a good time with that henchman, whereas that henchman's having a good time with the plant. So, the goal of this mission, it goes till hero turn 7 or until such time as the heroes have collected 4 out of the 5 potential samples on the map. One sample is there by default, up there, indicated by the 0. To make other samples appear, they have to kill the plants. And there's one plant there, one up there is just pointed out, one over there, and Ivy has the ability to move them around when she activates via her plant powers. So yeah, they have to kill the plant gets replaced with a sample, they have to check to see if they can collect the sample. It's a pretty easy check, I think it's just like a 2 or a 3, although that's famous last words. Speaking of, general consensus seems to be yes, use the house rule, that successes are cumulative for the heroes. I'll be doing that going forwards. So it is a house rule, it is not an official rule. However, it is a widely accepted house rule. So just to cover that. Last thing to go over before we get started is the team. Batwoman, first showing on the table, she's got martial artist, ambidextrous, leadership and tactics. I can't remember what they're called, but one is a free reroll for a unit in her square, the other one is 2 free movement points if she expends a automatic thought. She also has demolitionist level 2 or munitions expert. She can't use weapons that kill. She gets a free yellow reroll. She has a utility belt of 4, so she is taking bat armor, batarangs and tear gas. Black Canary, she's got martial artist. She's got cry level 2, so once per turn she can do an explosion in her square and one adjacent. It's her doing her canary cry, but for game terms it's treated as a level 2 explosion, so essentially that is 2 yellow dice, true damage, no defense against it, it's just straight through, so pretty powerful. She's got 1 automatic defense against ranged, and that's it. Oh, and as per the mission she has to bring her nunchucks, which give her an extra orange die for melee attacks, and circular strike, which I think just hits adjacent tiles. I've forgotten offhand what that one does. Then, spoiler, we have spoilers. And you'll get a better look at the miniatures that I painted up for this one in the next getting stuff painted. Let's see, what does she have? She has Luck 1, and that's pretty much it in terms of offensive based skills. Over here, oh, the other two have Parkour level 1. She's got Parkour level 1, she's got Evasive level 1, and she's got Mobility level 1. She also has 1 automatic defense against ranged and melee, and Protected level 2? Or no, that's one where she is the one who leaps in front of the bullet, essentially, so she's got that level 2, so she can take 2 free hits for an adjacent ally. And as per the mission, she is equipped with Tonfa, which is an extra yellow and gives her counterattack level 1, and she has a utility belt of 2, so she has batarangs and a perforating batarang. So I think that about covers everything. We can take a look at the villain board and what Ivy and Harley can do and whatnot once we get started proper. The heroes start right there. They've got to push their way in, collecting samples as they go. So with that, let's move in to hero turn 1. So everyone will be going active. They started with 5 energy in their fatigue zone as per the mission. All of them have 10 as well, none of them have Batman stats. So there we are, and there we are. And for the first time in a while, I think we're going to jump between characters quite a lot. We're going to start with Batwoman, but she's going to do an automatic thought for her Tactician level 2 to give 2 free movement to one of these 2 ladies. And I think it's going to be spoiler because she has evasive, so she can ignore this thug. So she can move via the free movement given to her, 1, 2, and then she has her free movement of 2 for just, being her first movement action. Now, there's very steep climbs on this map, there, and there, which are like climb and falls of level 6 or 5 or something ridiculous, but because there's ladders, they become level 2 like the one on Ace Chemicals. So to go up to here would normally be an additional 2, up to 3, because it's a move of 1 plus the ladder difficulty climb of 2. She ignores one of the ladder though because she has parkour, so it's actually just go up here, 2. Just make sure I've done that right. It would be 3, it comes down to 2, she has her 2 free movement, so she can move right into this square. So, we do want her to beat up the plant, but there is also a thug there with her. Let's go after the plant. Now, she's not that great at fighting, unfortunately, so let's go all in on this plant. So that is 3 orange, and the Tonfa gives her a yellow. None of this is... Oh, she has luck, so one of these can be re-rolled. That's amazing. And martial arts level 1. What plant defense on a plant is 2. That's 5, 6 with martial artist. That plant is kablooey. So the plant gets replaced with a sample. Now I'm going to need to stretch over, I apologise, to double check what you do to check a sample to see if you can pick it up. Let's look at it together, I guess, assuming the light isn't shining bad. A hero in the same area as a sample can collect it. To do so, they perform a complex manipulation of 2. Okay. That's not bad, that's pretty easy. Manipulation of 2. Let's do... Oops, the cube's stuck to my finger. Let's do that. We're looking for 2. Haven't used luck yet. We're looking for 2. There's 3. That sample has been collected. It goes on Spoiler's card. Let's just put it there next to her. I don't think she's going to do anything else. I know there's a thug with a gun right next to her who can actually activate super cheap. She has 2 defense dice. I think that's okay. Yeah, we'll go to these other 2. I want a Canary Cry. Now, where do we want to do that? Oh, I see where we want to do that. So, Black Canary has 2 free movement, so we'll go 1, 2. And she shall unleash her Canary Cry, and that's adjacent, presumably, because the truck touches there. So it's going to explode there and there. So it is 2 yellow damage on him. True damage. It did 1. They only have 1 health, so again, it's true damage, so I believe they don't get the chance to roll defense against it because it's explosive. Which is also what you use for like if you've fallen or whatever. And then the guard in the truck, he has also taken 1 true damage and is gone. Now, does Black Canary want to do anything else? That's her only form of sort of range. She's going to spend 1 on movement. Come over here, and she's going to smack the plant. Now, she's got orange dice as well. Let's go for 3 orange. Actually, it's 4 orange with the nunchucks. None of these are re-rollable. That's still pretty good. That is 7 with her martial arts. Back down to 5 because of the plant's defense. That doesn't look defensible to me. So the plant is going to go. This is going suspiciously well. Maybe it's just the expansion missions that are not balanced as well as it could be. Who knows? She still needs to pick the thing up though, so she's going to do it was a manipulation of 2. We'll spend 2, and these are re-rollable for her. Just as well. She got it. So she has picked up that sample, and it's on her card. Right? Smack dab there. Now, Batwoman, what are you going to do? She could technically just ignore these thugs and go around the same way as Black Canary, and I think she's gonna go 1, 2. Oh, this area here is the same layer. Incidentally, then you've got the upper platforms where the ladders lead to, and then on the highest layer you've got the roofs, which probably won't be used for this mission. So, is she just gonna chill? She's gonna throw a batarang at him to get rid of a tougher thug. And let's go in for 3. Is that a bit much? No, we'll go in for 3. 3 orange plus a re-rollable yellow from having batarangs. So yellow is re-rollable, but that seems fine to me. She could also have used... Oh no, she doesn't have luck. And I don't think she gets the benefit of her own like space-wide re-roll, but I could be wrong. So either way, that is 3, 4, 5. So the thug would need to spend 3 defense dice to potentially block it. That isn't worth it. He's going to go. And with that, that is going to be turn 1 for the heroes, and that was suspiciously effective. I'm going to double check off camera now in case I forgot a rule or something, because that seems to have gone way too well. Now granted, it cost a lot of energy, and the villain player for this mission has a lot of energy, but yeah, let's see what happens as we go into villain turn 1. So everything so far seems to be correct, except I believe I didn't take into account the menace of that henchman when Spoiler was checking for the sample pickup. I believe she passed by more than one. If she didn't, then that was incorrect. But she did still have energy to do with a reroll, but it's too late now. But yeah, I think that was done wrong. Everything else so far seems correct, though. So let's have a look. Harley Quinn has the voices, or imaginary friend, sorry, which is her equivalent of the voices for the game rolls, which gives her a additional yellow die to anything that requires her to roll dice until such time as someone, either in the same square or maybe adjacent as possible, I've forgotten, they do a simple check to the level required, and she's only got imaginary friend, the light is shining, imaginary friend level 1, so it's pretty easy to dispel the bonus. But for now the voices are guiding her and making her better. She's got parkour level 3 and evasive level 2, which is nasty. And then Poison Ivy up here, she doesn't do any physical damage. If she manages to beat defense, she does 4 automatic poison damage straight through. And she has 2 armor again, so it's hard to tell because it's tiny physical automatically. So technically she has 4 armor, which is pretty dangerous. Alright, anyway, we're going to activate Harley Quinn's gang. It looks like Two-Face's gang, because why not? They're nice and cheap, and 2 of them have line of sight. So let's come over here. This one on Spoiler Square is obviously just going to shoot her, so we'll handle that in a second because there's no other movement. This guy up here, I believe, has line of sight on Black Canary, so he will fire. And they move 2. So this guy up here is going to come out here, and he's going to shoot at Black Canary as well, because Black Canary with her Canary Cry is pretty dangerous. So yeah, let's handle this. So they roll 3 white dice. Let's do the one shooting Spoiler, pardon me. That's a goose egg. First one, shooting Black Canary. Well, and then the other one, shooting Black Canary. Okay. I mean, the white dice are bad. It's 4 blank sides and then 2 that have 2 successes on them. This is the polar opposite of the last mission where everything went wrong for poor Batman. This is everything going wrong for the poor villain, and the objective just being suspiciously easy to achieve. So, what else could activate? Let's activate Harley Quinn. Let's cause some trouble. What other skills does she have? Oh yeah, we went over them. So she's got a yellow-red range, which is actually very good, or she can do 2 physical for 2 white and a yellow. Okay, and she moves 4. So that's 1. Now does she want to go down there and fight? The range roll seems better. Oh, that thug should have had an elevation bonus. He rolled blanks, but let's just see. There was an additional 2 from his elevation bonus. He should have had an elevation bonus as well, so that's 2 damage. I remembered. 2 damage, down to 1 because she has 1 automatic defense. She's just going to take the 1 other damage. And then the other guy should have had his range bonus. That was nothing, so that was fine. Glad I remembered at the last second. So yeah, she's getting 2 yellow and a red because of the elevation bonus. Sorry, 3 yellow because of imaginary friend. She's going to stay up there and she's going to shoot Black Canary, because that seems like good dice to me. Well, you would think so, but the curse has been reversed. That's still 2 damage, down to 1 automatic. Black Canary will take the 1 damage. Like that. So that is going to do it. We'll put Harley Quinn back in the river. And these over here. And we're ready to go into turn 2 for the hero. So Spoiler is going to rest, and she actually gets 6 energy back when she rests, I guess, because she's young. I don't know. 2, 4, 6. Black Canary is... Now she could go active and cause a lot of damage with her Canary Cry. Yeah, she'll stay active, but she probably won't do anything other than the Canary Cry because it can reach the adjacent tile. Again, the rules for the explosion... Canary Cry works like an explosion. Explosions use the rule for dangerous terrain. So there's no rule regarding... Like for instance, if she was standing here and Canary cried, are you allowed to pick the roof up here as an adjacent area? I don't know. Presumably it's allowed, but it doesn't mention elevation. Batwoman will go active as well, so she just gets 2. So yeah, Black Canary is actually not spending anything. She's standing still, she's Canary crying. Those 3 saps up there for 2 yellow, true damage. Start from right to left. Sorry, right to left. Nothing. Middle guy. 1 true damage, he's dead. It's Mr. Shotgun. True damage on Harley Quinn. Nothing. Wow, that was actually very bad luck. Alright, fair enough. Because there is a plant up there, so they need to get up there. No, Batwoman. You've got 2 free movement, but that's not enough to get up to where Harley Quinn is. Huh. But they're also not going to activate soon. Okay, so let's count the movement then. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be 4 movement in total because it's 2 additional for the ladder. She gets 2 for free, so she'd have to spend 2. But she will do. To backflip up the ladder and cause some problems there. So that is 2. Right there. Now, she could just drop the tear gas. She could. Because the thrower of the grenade is immune to it, as discussed that 2 videos ago. Or she could throw 3 punches, rerollable punches at the Thug or Harley Quinn. Give me a second to think about it. Alright, a decision has been made. She's going to use the tear gas. Now, tear gas is a manipulation of a difficulty equal to the number of towers you want to throw it. So what if you want to throw it at your feet? I don't know. Presumably it's a difficulty 0, but you still have to pay for attempting the difficulty 0, so she will. Complex manipulation. If it's a 0, it still happens. It was fine. So the grenade bursts right smack dab there, surrounding them all. And that is a level 1 explosion. So on the Thug, he is dead. Well, not dead, rendered unconscious by the tear gas. Harley Quinn. Wow, 2 to Harley Quinn. Now she's got 4 HP, so she's down to 2. And that leaves Batwoman with 2 health left, huh? Oh, also the tear gas is a one-time use, so that is now gone. Flip it over. I think she'll wait after that. Again, I went and double checked as well. It specifically says the user is not affected by the either poison or flame or whatever kind of explosion you're doing with a grenade, which is weird. I'm not sure I agree, but why else would you wouldn't use them if you were affected by them, I suppose. So yeah, spoilers not doing anything. I think that's it. That's it for the turn. Let's go into the rest. They'll stay where they are. And she didn't do anything. So we're into villain turn 2. So we're over here for the villain, and first of all the warning tile is going to be activated for 2, and the special condition for the mission is being activated. So 6 reinforcement points, which is pretty high, and that's enough to bring back 2 of Harley's gang, 1 shotgun guy and 1 brute, and they are going to be. And the special rule it allows you to do is that you can replace a sample sitting on the table with a carnivorous plant. So we'll handle those in a second. That's the reinforcements right there. But the sample that started on the board, all the way over here, has sprouted into a killer plant. To make it a little bit harder for the birds of prey. And the 2 reinforcement, there's 3 reinforcement points. Let's put the shotgun guy. He came out of the dumpster. That is actually, well, I guess you're supposed to come out of the vent, out of the gate there. I'm choosing to believe he came out of the dumpster. That's where he lives. And then the other 2, let's put 1 there because it makes it harder for Spoiler to get away. Oh wait, no, she has elusive. We'll just have them come out there and start blasting if they get the opportunity. And the brute can go out. Can come out here as well. He was also in the dumpster. Don't ask what they were doing. And with that, we can activate. Could activate Ivy to bring a plant over to save the plant from Batwoman. There's an idea. Yeah, that's an interesting idea actually. Okay, let's do that. 3 to activate Ivy. Because we're going to try and save the plant that Batwoman is going for, because that would make the mission harder. So first of all, she's going to move 2, but she's actually just going to move 1. She's going to move into this square over here. It does already have a plant in it, but that doesn't matter. So she has to do a complex thought, and she gets a white and a red for that. I don't remember what the difficulty is. Let's see what the roll is first. The roll is only 2. Let's see if that... stretch. Call of Nature... Complex thought of 2. She actually did it. So she can move a plant, and this plant over here is moving, busting out the vent here to create a nice little clump of annoyance over here. Other than that, there's nothing else she can do. She's got 2 automatic defense against physical, which we discussed. Evasive 2, no ranged attack. Yep. It's a holding pattern maneuver. But with that, straight over to heroes, turn 3. So for the heroes, I honestly think there's some big plays to be made here by Black Canary. Spoiler is going active, so she's got her whole 10 energy to play with this turn, although she is at the back. Canary's staying active, so she only gets 2, that gives her 5 to play with. Batwoman, well, she just sits in the tear gas. Also the tear gas dissipates. It's got 1 more turn before it vanishes, because it'll be the next hero turn it disappears entirely. She'll rest. She'll just sit in the tear gas contemplating, so she gets 5 and won't be doing anything. But I think it's Canary's turn that matters. So she's going to move, and she can actually freely go 1, 2 into here, and she's going to Canary Cry these 2 squares here. And I'm pretty sure it hits both. It's not you choose an adjacent square, it's her square plus an adjacent square. So yeah, they're all taking 2 yellow dice true damage. Starting with this Shotgun Thug, he took 2 damage, he is dead. I really hope automatic defense does not apply, because if it does, then this is horribly wrong. But I couldn't see anything in the explosion rules that said you roll for defense, you apply automatic defense. It just says you take wounds equal to yellow dice, which are equal to the dangerous terrain level created by the explosion, or in her case, the siren cry. This brute, he's gone. This plant, they only have 1 health, right? Yes. So that's a sample. Sample there. The other plant, also dead. I'm running out of sample icons. There we are. Another sample just sitting there. And Poison Ivy. Nothing to Poison Ivy. So again, hopefully that is correct. Now if she wanted to, she could get in there and smack her. Try and take her out. Yeah, she'll spend 1. She'll go for the kill on Ivy and try for it. She's not going to try and grab a sample. She's going to go all in on Ivy. 4 orange, 5 orange once you include the nunchucks. No rerollables. Martial artist of level 1. That could definitely be better. So that is 4. Minus Ivy's defense of 4, because she has 2, and then she also just negates 2 physical damage. That is nothing. So Black Canary is doing no more today. Now Spoiler has evasive, so she can ignore the Thug's menace to stop her moving. But that's a jump down, or a climb down of 2, so that's actually 3. But it's back down to 2 because she has parkour level 1. So that's her free movement. Her free movement gets her right there. Then she's going to move, let's see, again she can ignore the threats of 1. 1, 2, 3. She's moving. Actually, let's just go full 4. That's her full movement allocation. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, is she going to do anything else, or is she going to stick with it? Because she can go after Ivy in the plant samples next turn. I think she's going to weather the storm of a turn. Yeah, I think she's just going to, save some of those dice for defense. She could throw a Batarang, but that could take out Ivy if she wanted. So I think that's going to be the turn. Yeah, it is. Oh, where was this die? Sorry. Cube. I'm pretty sure it was there. Alright. An effective turn. I'm going to go double check again the rules for Canary Cry, but I think it is as good as it sounds. Either way, we will then be moving in to Villain turn 3. So, just to show that it is so weird to me to have something go so well for the heroes, again, did double check, as said, the Canary Cry rules. The rule does actually specify you need clear line of sight, so does that mean any of the ones that have happened so far are wrong? No, the only one that would have been in question is when she attacked Harley and whatnot up at the... This is hard to do. Up there, and this is me pressing on the square the Canary was in, so she could see them. they could see, and obviously there we go, that's reminding that they should have had yellow dice. But yes, it's in her area and an adjacent area with clear line of sight. The app confirms she did have line of sight, so it was done correctly, even if it is a little bit OP. No wonder Black Canary isn't often an option to take on missions. So anyway, we're into the villain turn. They get back 5 energy, which is all the energy they could ever want. There's only one plant alive on the field, so there's only one brute as well. No, there's 2. Only one. Well, there's 2 there somewhere. Shotgun brutes, what damage could they do? There's only 2 of them as well. They could definitely blast Spoiler, and Spoiler's sitting on all the energy, so it makes sense to try and stop her, because she is the one who's going to be spending all the energy next turn, and Black Canary's probably resting. That seems to me to be the best bet. And they do have point blank, and they move 3, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3 into her square, point blanker. He's going to do the same thing, so they're both going to point blank shot, which makes the black rerollable for them when they fire. So the first one, it's rerollable. Nope. Second one, come on now. That wasn't really a roll. I kind of accidentally missed the dice pick up. Wow. Okay, they whiffed. It happens. The villains can screw up too. It's amazing. I don't think counterattack triggers on ranged attacks, even if they're point blank ranged attacks, but I could be wrong about that. So the other activation for the turn, do you go cheap and cheerful with the brutes? Do you? You do. Let's go cheap and cheerful with the brutes. So they move 3. This one's obviously just going to move and punch Spoiler. This one's going to go 1, 2, 3 to try and catch up. This one, oh, if he walks out there he takes damage because it's not dissipated yet. Do you roll the dice? Just for fun. He's going out there. Let's roll the dice immediately for him. It's 1 yellow die of damage. He actually is fine, so he will be able to attack Batwoman. So 2 of them. It's 2 white and a yellow. Let's do the one attacking Spoiler. Ooh, 3 damage. Now she negates 1 of that automatically, so that's 2 damage coming in. She will block. And she blocked it. Wait, he did 3. She blocked 1. No, she took 1 damage. I can't count. So 1 damage from fatigue into there. Then the one punching Batwoman. That is 3 damage. She gets an automatic yellow die. She'll also buy an orange. So she's looking for 3. She blocked 2, so she took 1. Could be worse. Could definitely be worse. And that's it. Another quick turn for the villain. Getting faster at doing the villain turns, I feel. So that's done. Over there. And we're into hero turn 4 of 7. So first things first, this is now fully dissipated. The tear gas effects are gone. Spoiler is going to stay active, so that's 2 energy. Also, that should move into her fatigue. Not her wounds, her fatigue. There we are. Black Canary is going to rest, so she is going to rest for 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Batwoman is going active. Should be down here, and she gets 2. So, what is going to happen here? Batwoman is going to descend, so that would be... No, she doesn't have evasive. This is going to be a very expensive move. So normally it would be 1. But it goes up to 2, 3 because of a ladder. 4, 5 because of Harley and the Thug. Back down to 4 because she has parkour level 1 to negate 1 of the climb. So it's 4 in total. And she gets 2 for free. So she shall purchase the other 2. And go down here. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down to 4 because of her skill. 2 for free, spent 2. Yes, okay. Just making sure I did it correctly. She is actually then also going to spend another one, because I want her on the title where this big fight with Spoiler is busting out. Her goal is to make it easier for Spoiler to get away. Spoilers. Oh, you know what? She could give her free movement, right? Huh. Yeah, let's do that. So that essentially gives her 4 movement. She ignores level 1 of the thugs, and one of the other ones is countered by Batwoman, so she's only paying a premium of 1. And she wants to move 1, 2, but that would actually be 3. So her free movement covers it, I think. Okay, let's double check that. There's technically only one thug hindering her. That was a 1-2 movement, so no, it becomes a 3 movement. She only has 2, so she's still paying for 1. Done. She is then going to expend her perforating batarang by throwing it at Poison Ivy. And let's throw in 2 yellow rerollables just to make sure it happens, shall we? So the perforating batarang adds 2 reds. These yellows are rerollable, but the reds are not. And she has luck as well, not rerolling the same die. That's worse. Now, she could do some pay for rerolls. She will do some pay for rerolls. How many? You know what? Let's go for 3. Okay, well, that is 5. Does Poison Ivy have automatic range defense extras? No, so she just has the basic 2 defense. So she has taken 3 damage. Definitely going to try and block some of that. Do 2 orange dice. Oh, it's not in right. 2 orange dice for defense. She's blocking 3. She blocked 1, so she took 2. So she's now at half health like Harley is. Down like that. Hoping to have taken her out. That's not good. Poison Ivy's presence is countered by Black Canary though, assuming her threat is, her menace rather, is 1. Just double checking. Yes, it is. She's going to try and grab the sample with a single orange die. She's a 2. No. Okay, fair enough. So Black Canary was resting, so she's not doing anything. And Batwoman is pretty much, well, she can punch. She might as well punch, why not? She's gonna... Yeah, she'll do 3 on one of the shotgun brutes. So that's 3 orange rerollables, and she's got Martial Artist. Wow. Wow, okay, that went from the worst possible result to the best possible result. That is 7 down to 5. One of those shotgun brutes is just eviscerated. She doesn't have combo or anything. No. Alright, I think that's going to do it for the turn. Not as good as I would have hoped. The goal was take out Poison Ivy. That was not achieved. You were resting anyway. And spoiler. Used up most of her energy as well. Oh, and the perforating batarang is gone. Alright, over to villain turn 4. So we're back over here. All 5 energy over here, and Harley's gang are going to be the first activation for 2. Now there's a question, because Harley's gang only has movement of 2, and there's one of them that started up here. Now, to descend the ladder you need movement of 2, but you also do the move normal, so that's 3, so they can't do it. So would that mean they'd have to fall? Because the fall was like, I'm pretty sure it was a level 5 or a level 6 fall, which would just kill them. That doesn't seem right, but I don't know what would counter that. So he's not going to get over in time to make a difference anyway, but so he's just going to stay there. But I am curious, like, what do you do in that situation? He started up there, so it's not like I put him there. Anyway, they move 2. There's 2 of them right there. They're going to go 1, 2 into the square. They're both going to shoot point blank at Batwoman as I lose my voice. So that is 3 white dice. The first one. Ooh, did well. You got 4. She'll buy 1 defense, so that's 1 yellow, 1 orange. Blocking 4. She blocked 2, so she took 2 damage. 2 damage. And then the other one shooting her. Oh no, he got 6. She's only got her automatic defense of yellow, which blocked 1, so she took 5 damage. 2, 4, 5. Ow. Well, that hurt. She's not necessarily the one that's going to be the one that wins or loses this, but it's not looking so certain anymore. Who else will activate? The plants. There's only 1 plant left. They have a drag ability, so they can drag someone to them, but they're not that threatening. Let's spend 4 to activate Poison Ivy to see if she can get her 4 poison damage through on. Who's the most likely rather. They both got 1 automatic defense. Black Canary is more threatening, I think, so she'll do it on Black Canary. So again, she doesn't do any physical damage, she's just looking to block or to succeed in the... Oof. Oh, they're rerollable. That doesn't help. So she rolled 2, she has automatic defense of 1. She's going to defend, wrong one, defend with 1, so as long as she gets a 1 here, the damage does not penetrate. She got a 1, so the damage doesn't penetrate, which means the poison doesn't apply, so Poison Ivy did nothing. If it had gone through though, it's for automatic damage. But that was not to be, so we're into turn 5 for the heroes. Spoiler is going to rest, because she's got nothing in the tank. 2, and again she gets 6 back, 2, 4, 6. Black Canary is going active, she just gets 2. 1, 2. And Batwoman is resting, and she gets 5. So only one person is activating this turn. It's Black Canary. She's obviously going to do her Canary Cry on the current area and up the ladder, which she has line of sight on. So that is 2 yellow dice damage on Poison Ivy. Nothing. The plant is gone. That's all plants gone, so all the samples are on the table. I need another yellow 0. By which I mean a white 0. I was looking at a yellow 0, that's why I said yellow. There it is. So the last sample is back where it was, and then the Harlequin gang member, very dead. Sonic boomed off of the roof. So Ivy didn't take damage from that, annoyingly. However, because Spoiler is there, she cancels the menace, so it's just a straight... She'll use 2 to try and pick up one of the samples. These are re-rollable for Black Canary. No, that's already enough, but hey. She got it. She picked up 1 sample. And she only has room for 1 more. But she only needs a 2. And it's re-rollable. That's a 1. She needs a 2. It's a re-rollable. She's going to pay for a re-roll. Nope. Okay. The game is not over. If that sample gets picked up, it's game over, but nope. She's going to smack Poison Ivy for 2, for her last 2 energy. So that's 2 plus the nunchucks give her a 3rd. None of these are re-rollable. Oh, now you roll 2s on orange dice. So with Martial Artist, that's up to 5, after you take away Poison Ivy's 2 armor, plus her bonus 1 of... Wait, was it 2? It's 2. So it's actually 1 damage all said and done. She'll take the 1 damage. Actually, she might as well try and block it with 1 die. 1. She blocked it. She took no damage. And that's it. That was a quick hero turn. Because 2 of them were resting. That's okay. Black Canary is carrying this team something fierce. But hey, that's probably why they give you the option of taking her. Who else could you... Oh, you know what? She's in the 2nd hero slot. There is no other option. So you have to take her on this mission. It's only the slot 1 and slot 3 you can pick different people. So they expect you to have her, so I guess they expect you to use her. Villain, turn 5. So first things first with Villain turn 5, this definitely should have been flipped over because all the carnivorous plants are dead, so it's on its neutralized side. It could get dredged, but yeah, you know what? I can't remember if you can take energy from your fatigue when you're dredging. Probably not, right? Oh wait, no, but first of all you get 5 over. So we'll just take away 2 of those 5 to dredge the river, get rid of that card, make everything else cheaper. Reinforcements. Would reinforcements help at all? Yes. Yes it would, because one of the samples can be turned back into a plant. So let's do that, and that's also 6 reinforcement points. So let's bring back all 3 of the shotgun guys. And they're all going to come out of that dumpster. That dumpster is a clown car where all the shotgun brutes live. And it's this sample that sample that's being converted back into a plant. Perhaps, obviously. She re-sprouted it. And the other activation is going to be the shotgun brutes. And they're going to blast poor Batwoman. Not just her though, because they have movement 3 and she's only... And her threat is being countered heavily by how many enemies are in this tile. So 2 of them are going to go after her. The other 2 are going to go 1, 2, 3 into this tile to cause a big old brawl. Let me just move things out of the way. So those 2 are shooting Batwoman. Those 2 are shooting Black Canary because she has no defense. And they're all point blank, so they're all re-rollable. First one hitting Batwoman. There's 4 damage for you. She's going to block with 1. That's an orange and a yellow because of her automatic. She blocked none. She blocked none. Alright. That's very bad. She has 1 energy left. The other one shooting Batwoman. She's down. That means she gets a forced rest turn. She's gone. First one shooting Black Canary. Rerollable. 4 damage. She has nothing for defense. She takes 4 damage. Other one shooting Black Canary. Rerollable. No. Okay, you lucked out. You lucked out something fierce. Oh dear. Not much left for rerolls and defense and such on the villain side. That 2 energy is gone for the game. But yeah, we're over to hero turn 6, which is their second last turn. So all of a sudden things are looking a little bit dicey. Spoiler's going active, 2 energy. Black Canary is going active for 2 energy because her key thing she's going to do is a Canary Cry. And Batwoman has to rest because she's been incapacitated, so she gets her 5 energy but can't do anything. So Black Canary is unleashing her Canary's Cry. Boom. Presumably it also hits Spoiler, unfortunately. But alright, let's do Spoiler first. No damage. Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy is down. I repeat, Poison Ivy is down. So that card is neutralized, as is she. Boom. The plant, down. The sample is returned to on top of the vent. First shotgun brute. Nope. Second shotgun brute. No, they're both alive. Good. Let's see then. What shall she do? They both have the equal chance of beating up the guys. Actually, no. Hers is better because she has martial artist. She will go after one of the shotgun guys. That is 3 orange. Martial artist as well. So that is 5 down to 3. Nope, he's going to have to go. The villain only has 3 energy cubes left. So with that, they now counter each other out. So spoilers, is going to try and pick up max 5. She's going to max 5. I swear if this fails, I will be livid. 5 orange dice to get 2 successes. It is done. The great journey is complete. The heroes have actually won a match. They have collected 4 out of the 5 samples. The mission automatically ends because that's one of the 2 endgame conditions, the other being the end of hero turn 7. So the flow of that one was very odd. It felt too easy at first, then all of a sudden the henchmen were swamping people and it started looking like, oh, but how are you going to get to the plants at this point? And then all of a sudden it's just over. Earlier than planned. It was about to go into the last villain turn, so it's not like it ended super early. But had Black Canary not been there to do her Canary Cries every turn, I don't see how that one would be possible in the time limit, personally. Now hopefully, again, I believe the Canary Cry has been done correctly. If it hasn't, you can always point it out, but please always cite page numbers, because I don't just take corrections at face value. You have to prove it, because otherwise you could have a wrong assumption about the rules. It's happened before. But yeah, it seems like it is handled like a grenade. It's handled as an explosion. Explosions do true damage. I can't find anything that says you get defense against an explosion. Now, the one exception I can think of is, even if you don't get any defense rolls, if you have like this trait, which is like automatic defense of 1 physical, that's not you rolling a die, so maybe that applies to explosions. And if it does, that means Poison Ivy wouldn't have taken any damage from any of the explosions. She only got hit by 1, right? But she had 2 automatic physical defense. I don't think it applies though, because it doesn't say whether explosions count as physical or ranged damage. So it's a little weird. But anyway, in terms of next missions, we're not going straight to the next main mission in the story, or in the scenario booklet, because it requires a lot more miniatures being painted up. It's Black Mask and Clayface. It's an interesting mission. You've got to go collect various types of evidence. It introduces civilian assets. So we've got to paint up civilians, got to paint up some crooked cops that are working for Black Mask, and some new heroes to try as well. Green Arrow and Agent Montoya, I think. So we'll probably have an interim break by going to one of the Season 1 expansions, and we'll probably be taking our first trip to Joker's Funhouse. That does also require the painting up of some more miniatures as well, but less. So we'll probably see that in the meantime. And the Joker's Funhouse map is interesting because it's modular. You slot different attractions into, and they do different things. So it's a bit neat. I don't know if it's balanced, but it's a bit neat. So that was the first showing for the Birds of Prey in terms of the missions in Gotham City Chronicles. Please do show your support if you enjoyed. Apologies for anything that was done incorrectly. See you next time. Ta for now.